Hi. Hello, everyone. I think we are live. Give me a thumbs up. Just typed in there. I hope you're all ready to go. I hope you are. I think we'll wait just a minute or so to see if anyone else is going to join us and not maybe being too lazy and lying in the sun in the garden, although the sun seems to have gone in a little bit now. Have you been out in the sun today? It's been a gorgeous day, isn't it? And I hope the weather is going to stay fine for tomorrow, which is VE Day, and hopefully you're going to do lots more singing maybe in your street tomorrow. And I know that some people in a street concert recently, and I think Sophie was one of those. Sophie was on YouTube last week, and also we had Lucia and Thomas. We had a lovely video sent us, which is now on YouTube, and it's also on our Facebook page, so you can go and have a look at that too. And congratulations to those. Right, well, I think we'll get going with a few stretches and hope that a few more people are joining in as we're going along. So let's just do a bit of a stretch. Right the way up. I don't know about you, but it feels like a Friday today. I keep thinking it's Saturday tomorrow, but it's not. It's definitely still Thursday today. Another stretch as high as you can. Touch the ceiling. And touch your toes. Right the way down. And then stretch back up. Okay, and roll your shoulders forwards. And roll your shoulders backwards. Roll this shoulder forwards on this side. And if you can, at the same time, get your other shoulder going the other way. Like that. Okay, that's good. Excellent. Right, and the other way. Let's try with this one going forwards. Not too harshly. Don't strain yourself. And the other one going backwards. I think I swapped the shoulders around there. Okay, let's just think about some breathing then. So hands on tummies and breathing in. Feel yourself getting fatter and fatter. Give us a like if you can hear me. And breathing out again. Feeling yourself getting thinner and thinner, keeping your shoulders nice and relaxed. Breathe nice and deeply. Breathing in. And out. We've got a like. Brilliant. Well done. Keep the comments coming. It's nice to see you. Breathing in again. And breathing out. Well done. Well done. Let's see this time. As we're breathing out, let's do a rhythmic breathe out. So I'm going to breathe in and I'm going to get you to copy me. So in time with your shoulders as well. Excellent. Well done. Are we all awake? I think we probably are all awake. Now, I've got a little warm-up to do with you, a solfege warm-up, which we'll do in a moment. Just before we do that, we're just going to do a few little vowels. So we're going to go ah, 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 ah. Have we go? Ah, 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 ah. And then we're going to go oh, 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 oh. Your turn. Oh, 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 oh. E, 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 e. Your turn. E, 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 e. Oh, 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 oh. Your turn. Oh, 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 oh. And again. And your turn. And again. We'll do one more. Well done, everybody. Okay, now our solfege warm-up is going to go like this. We're going to start on do, and we're going to go do, mi, re, fa, mi, ti, re, do. So we're missing one out and coming down one each time. Let's just do the normal scale first. So just do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, and again. Here we go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Now what we're going to do is we're going to miss one out. As we go up, we're going to miss one out. We're going to come down one each time. So we're going to go do, mi, re, fa, mi, so, fa, la, so, ti, la, do, ti, re, do. Do you get the idea? I'm wondering actually whether we're actually getting the comments coming through. I can't see any comments on here, so I'm just going to see if I can log on to myself whilst I'm live to see if there are some comments, because I think I'll just turn my thing down. Okay, yeah, we can. Yeah, the chat is live, so if you want to make a chat, if you want to just say something down the side, that would be fantastic to see you. So here we go. Let's do that again. So we're going to go do, mi, re, fa, mi, so, fa, la, so, ti, la, do, ti, re, do. Let's do that again. A little bit quicker this time. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Do, mi, re. Is that too quick? Is that too quick? Here we go. Do, mi, re, fa, mi, so, fa, la, so, ti, la, do, ti, re, do, so, mi, re, do, mi, re, fa, mi, so, fa, la, so, la, ti, re, do. I got that wrong that time, so we're going to do it one more time just to satisfy my own curiosity. See if I can do it at that speed. Here we go. Do, mi, re, fa, mi, so, fa, la, so, ti, la, do, ti, re, do. Yay! I'm still not getting any comments, so I'm just wondering whether it actually is working. Is the live chat working? Let's see. I'm going to comment as myself and see if it works. Okay, that should hopefully come through. Is it coming through? I can't see it. Oh, maybe it has. Yes, it has. Yes, it has. All righty, so it is working. Okay, now I've got a couple of rounds to do with you first, just to get our brains going. And the first one is just called Around, and it goes like this. Around and around and around and around, how we love singing around. Around and around and around and around, how we love singing around. Around, around, oh, how we love singing around. Hello, Robin. Good to see you. So, my turn, your turn. It goes around and around and around and around, how we love singing around. How we go? Around and around and around and around, how we love singing around. And then we get around and around and around and around, how we love singing around. So let's put those two bits together. So around and around and around and around, how we love singing around. Around and around and around and around, how we love singing around. And then the last little bit is around, around, Oh, how we love singing around. Your turn. Around, around. Oh, how we love singing around. Back to the beginning. Around and around and around and around. How we love singing around. Around and around and around and around. How we love singing around. Around, around. Oh, how we love singing around. Should we try that one more time? And then I want you to challenge yourself. If there's someone else in your house, maybe we could do this in 2 or 3 parts, or you could just sing it against me, because there are 3 lines in this. Around and around and around and around, how we love singing around. And then the next part comes in, around, while you're singing around. So let's do one more time in unison, and then we'll see if we can put it into parts. Here we go. 1, 2. Around and around and around and around, how we love singing around. Around and around and around and around, how we love singing around. Around, around, oh, how we love singing around. All right, this time, what we're going to do is we're going to do it 3 times. And I want you to challenge yourself to see whether you can actually sing, either in a round at home or against me. Maybe we'll slow it down slightly. Here we go. Around and around and around and around, how we love singing around. Around and around and around and around, how we love singing around. Around, around, oh, how we love singing around. Around and around and around and around, how we love singing around. Around and around and around and around, how we love singing around. Around, around, oh, how we love singing around. Around and around and around and around, we love singing around. Around and around and around and around, how we love singing around. Around, around, oh, how we love singing around. How did you do? A few more thumbs up, maybe? Was that a bit quick? I was speeding it up as we were going along. Hope you noticed. I hope you weren't staying at the old speed and hopefully staying with me, which was good. Now, what I thought we would do today is we're going to do a little bit more of one voice. And I have to say thank you to Sarah, because she has recorded the piano part for me. So I'm hoping, if my technology will work, which is here, I'm going to turn my Bluetooth speakers on, and hopefully what's going to happen is I can play you the piano part in a moment so that I don't have to play it and that we can just check our parts, which would be really good. So it says media is connected, so that's really good. I can get Sarah's backing track up ready for when we need it. Just pop that there for the moment. Now, if you were with me last week, we looked at One Voice. If you can see that there we go. You should have, hopefully, a copy of this because we sent it out to all the choirs. If you're watching and you're not part of our choirs, if you just Google One Voice by Barry Manilow, he's the original composer and the original singer. You can get the words up quite easily on Google. So we could do that really easily. And I'm really glad to hear that Robin has been doing a duet at home with Mick, which is great to hear. Now, if you were with me last week, you might remember that we mainly just looked at the first bit of One Voice. So what we're going to do is we're just going to recap that first, and then we're going to go mainly from bar 31, just before bar 31, where we split into 2 parts as well. In fact, the 2 parts do come in a bit earlier than that also. But if we look at the melody first, so we'll just follow the melody line, and we'll see whether we can remember how the thing goes. It's One Voice. Here we go. I'm going to play the piano for now, but thankfully you won't need me a bit later on. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Just one voice singing in the darkness. All it takes is one voice singing so they hear what's on your mind. And when it looks around, you'll find there's one more one voice singing in the darkness, joining with your one voice. Each and every every note another octave. Hands are joined and fair fears unlocked. I just didn't quite turn my page around. Let's carry on. If only one voice would start it on its own. We need just one voice. Facing the unknown takes that one voice. We'll never be alone. It takes that one voice. Let's just go from bar 23. So this is like the second little section. One voice would start it on its own. Just got to watch that rhythm there. One voice would start it on its own. We need just one voice facing the unknown. That rhythm comes through a fair few times in this passage, but when we get to bar 31, the middle bit, or the bit where the words stop, and we just sing ba ba da ba da ba da, the rhythm actually changes slightly there. So let's go from just the lead into bar 23. If only one voice. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. If only one voice would start it on its own. We'll need just one voice facing the unknown, and then just one voice would never be alone. It takes that one voice. Okay, now briefly, before we just move on to the next bit, we're just going to look at part 2. So we just go from bar 15. Part 2 starts off with part 1. I know this is actually meant to be a solo, then solo 2 and solo 3, but we haven't decided on who the solos are going to be yet. So we'll just do this together for now. So this is bar 15, but I'm going to split. When we get to the bottom of page 3, I'm going to split and I'm going to play the second part, which goes like this. One voice singing in the darkness, joining with your one voice, each and every note another octave. Hands are joined and fears unlocked. I'm just doing that a little bit slower so you can, well, partly so I can turn the page. Let's see if we can sing that together. Ready? Each and 1, 2. Each and every note another octave. Hands are joined and fears unlocked. And then part 2, when you get to the next bit, slightly different. If you remember from last week, if only one voice, one voice, one voice, one voice. So just to recap, I think what we'll do, just before we look at the next bit, I'm going to check that the technology really does work, and I'm going to play the piano track from the beginning so you can hear all of it. We're going to sing from the beginning, but when it splits, I'm going to play and sing part 2. So if you're normally singing part 1, if you've got a high voice and you want to sing the melody, see if you can sing that against part 2. Let's hope that this works. Here we go. Let's hope you can hear it. Yeah, I'm just going to turn that up a bit. Here we go. Just one voice singing in the darkness. All it takes is one voice singing so they hear what's on your mind. And when it looks around, you'll find there's more than one voice singing in the darkness, joining with your one voice, each and every note another octave. Hands are joined and locks and locked. One voice, one voice, one voice, one voice. Okay, right, good. So when we look at bar 31, we'll come back to the piano part in a minute. You'll notice that actually, initially, it feels as though part 1 and part 2 is going to be doing exactly the same thing because we have the melody starting in both parts, but then it changes. So part 1, you just simply sing ba, 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 da, 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 ba, ba, da, 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 ba. It takes that 1. We'll look at that last bar in a minute. The rhythms here, by the way, are all even. So we've got ba, ba, ba da 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 ba da ba ba. In fact, ba da 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 ba 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 ba. I'm not sure if Sarah is watching this whether we might just make this all the same, because it's a bit. I think it's a bit fiddly because we've got dars and we've got bars. I'm not sure what you did in Derbyshire when you did this, but ba. This is how it's written: ba ba. Ba da 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 ba 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 da 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 ba 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 ba. And then we've got it takes that 1 voice, obviously. So let's try that. Ready? Just the top part, just slowly. 2, 3, 4. Ba 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 da ba da 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 ba. Ba da 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 ba. It takes that 1. You just hold that on 1 voice. You stay on the top note there. Like part 2, you actually start off with part 1. So we're going to go ba 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 da 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 ba da 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 da. It's a bit tricky because actually even part 1 splits into 2 and part 2 splits into 2. So if you look at the very last bit of page 5, we actually have 4 parts just on those top 2 lines. We get a nice juicy chord just before we change key. So let's see if we can do that again. So let's just recap part 2. Ready? This is the second line on page 5. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba 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 da 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 ba da 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 da. We'll just go up to that point for the moment, and then the top line. Let's just do you again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba 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 da 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 ba. Ba da 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 ba. It takes that 1. Now, if we were doing this in rehearsal, the very top note that you've just got to, we would split the sopranos in 2. 1, 1, and then the second line, you've got another 2 notes. Whatever note you hit there, just keep on that note for a bit till the key change before we sing the word just, in fact. All right, so let us see if we can. Let's see if we can do that from the beginning with the piano track, and we'll carry on when we get to bar 31 this time. All right, here we go. Hopefully you can hear that. So this is going to be all together at the beginning. Here we go. Just one voice singing in the darkness. All it takes is one voice singing so they hear what's on your mind. And when it looks around, you'll find there's more than one voice singing in the darkness, joining with your one voice, each and every note another octave. Whoops. One voice, one voice, one voice, one voice. Ba, 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 ba. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 Okay, good. Okay, I'd like to do that one more time so that we can just navigate that page turn, or at least for me anyway. And then we'll have a look at the beginning of the key change, which is actually on the next page. All right, so can you hear the backing track? I hope you can, because if you can't, it's going to sound a bit fuzzy, I think. But hopefully this is okay. Right, let's try it again. From the beginning, I'm playing and singing part 2, by the way. I'm going to turn that up a bit. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3. Just one voice singing in the darkness. Nice long notes. All it takes is one voice singing so they hear what's on your mind. And when it looks around, you'll find there's more than one voice singing in the darkness, joining with your one voice. Each and every note another octave, hands are joined and fears unlocked. One voice, one voice, one voice, one voice. Carry on. One. Ba da 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 da. Ba da 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 da. Okay. Good. Well done. Well done. Well done. One thing I just need to check, because of that page turn, when you sing joined and fears unlocked, if only one, so part 2, just need to make sure we get that in there. Joined and fears unlocked, if only one voice. Whereas the top part, joined and fears unlocked, if only one. And you have the D. So if we just look at the very last bit of page 5, where we just got to, you'll notice that the top line, we have a nice arpeggio there. It takes that one. Now there are 4 notes to choose from. We've either got the very top line, one, nice clash there, one. So you got 2 notes on the top line, one, and actually, when the men come in, boys, we actually get this chord. Love that chord before we change to a new key. So what we'll need to do is just navigate that change, because we need to make sure the timing is right as well. You're singing the very top line, it's really easy, because all you need to sing is, it takes that one voice, just one voice. You sing the very top, which I think Sarah did that on Friday with the dynamics. So it takes that one voice. You just stay on that note. If you're not singing the top line, you have to wait for that first bit. Whoops. One, that's part 3. One. So maybe just pick a note there. Doesn't really matter which one, but I suspect if you're normally singing the second line or the alto, you won't come in until the last bit just before we turn over to bar 38. So what I'd like to do just at the beginning of bar 39 is just look at how the parts split, because the very top line, now we're in a new key now. So Do is now F. So actually, if you're singing the very top part, you're actually singing T. T, so. You're actually singing T to So. So in that nice chord, it's a lovely bit actually. So actually the melody is basically the same on that page, But if you're singing the very, very top line, you just start higher. Singing in the darkness, and then we all know where we are. However, if you want to sing the top line of the second stave, rather than the main bit on the second stave, then your bit would sound like this. Just one voice singing in the darkness. All it takes is one voice. Yours is quite tricky because you're actually singing mi, re. You hear that chord. In fact, if I play, you hear that nice juicy chord. So we get this, which is lovely. And that chord is made up of a re, a mi, and a sol. And there's do. So just one voice is the top line, the very top line. The second bit of the top stave. And if you're singing the second stave, okay, so together we get this. Really nice juicy chords. Let's see if we can just sing from there. Ready? So 1, 2, 3. Whoops, we'll do that again. 1, 2, 3. Then we're all together, singing in the darkness. All it takes is one voice. Then the next bit's slightly different. So what we're going to do is just do the second stave from bar 39. Let's just practice your bit. Okay. So just one voice singing in the darkness. All it takes is one voice. This is where I need to get my really high voice on. Or let it ring even. It's a little bit high for me. I might need Sarah to do this bit. Let it ring. Slightly different. The second part, you've got an extra bit to do. I think we'll look at that bit next week. I think if we just go back to the very, very beginning, let's see if we can do one more time with the piano part and see whether we can make that work. Is that going to work? Here we go. Badatastic. I've just seen the comment. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Just one voice singing in the darkness. All it takes is one voice singing so they hear what's on your mind. And when it looks around, you'll find that there's more than one voice singing in the darkness, joining with your one voice. Each and every note another octave, hands are joined and fears unlocked. If only one voice, one voice. Whoops. One voice. One voice. Here we go. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Here we go. One. Here we go. Here we go. It rings just one voice. It takes just one voice, and everyone will sing. Hey, So sometimes you just have to hear how it's going to fit together and just follow it to the end. Thank you, Sarah, for doing the piano part for me. I really appreciate that. I was trying to duet along with you. I'm finding this really difficult because I never normally play the piano in rehearsals at all. I'm normally at the front and we have a brilliant accompanist in Chris or Sarah sometimes or Gabby. But I really am not a pianist, as you can tell. So trying to do all of this all at the same time is tricky. But anyway, I thought maybe we could finish just with something a bit different. Something that you know pretty well, something I can play as well. And this is How Sweet the Sound, which you might remember we did last year. And if you've forgotten it, I'll just sing you the first part. And it goes like this. Amazing grace, amazing grace, amazing grace, how sweet the sound, amazing grace, amazing grace, amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Have a go, 1, 2. Amazing grace, amazing grace, amazing grace, how sweet the sound, amazing grace, amazing grace, amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Remember the next bit? If you do, sing along with me. I was lost, but now I'm found. I was lost, but now I'm found. Now I'm found. I was lost, but now I'm found. Now I'm found. Have another go. I was lost, but now I'm found. Now I'm found. I was lost, but now I'm found. Now I'm found. Remember the last bit as well? I was blind, but now, oh, now I see. I was blind, now I see. Here we go. I was blind, but now, oh, now I see. I was blind, now I see. And again. I was blind, but now, oh, now I see. I was blind, now I see. Back to the beginning. Amazing grace, amazing grace, amazing grace, how sweet the sound, amazing grace, amazing grace, amazing grace, how sweet the sound. I was lost, but now I'm found. Now I'm found. I was lost, but now I'm found. Now I'm found. I was blind, but now, oh, now I see. I was blind, now I see. Well done, folks. Thank you for joining me. It's been great to have you singing along and hopefully learning 1 or 2 things along the way. Certainly not learning anything about playing the piano, that's for sure. Yeah, that one voice, we will keep hacking away at that, and hopefully whenever we're back and singing together, we'll be able to use that as one of our concert pieces, which would be fantastic. And there are lots of pieces as well that as a choir, as a community of choirs, that we've been learning over the last 6 months, really, that we've still not performed. So we just have to hope that we can keep these going and keep the community alive by joining on YouTube, and some of us are on our Zoom sessions as well, which is great. Sarah's doing, no, it's not Sarah, it's me. Sorry, Sarah. It's my turn tomorrow as well. So I'm again live at 7 o'clock tomorrow night with the adults, doing some work with them. So I hope you have a great evening. Enjoy the sing along. If you're doing some singing outside tonight at 8 o'clock, film it and send it to us. And I know lots of people are doing some singing tomorrow as well. I know in my village, we're doing a bit of a musical number on the village green, obviously with social distancing in place, which will be fine. The weather's going to be great. So if you have any musical things that you want to let us know about, then film it and send it to us and we'll put it on our Facebook page. So thank you for joining me, and thanks for being part of the session. Keep singing, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.